Now, weekend, UFC 228, Tyron Woodley wins the belt.
Holy shit.
Not until. Did you see that? I mean, man, what an impressive performance by Tyron Woodley. Unbelievable. He went out there and he put on the performance of his lifetime. When everybody, it seemed to be, was against him, when everybody was rooting for Darren Till, I kind of feel like the UFC were as well. Tyron, you know, he opened his mouth at the press conferences and things like that. He always gets booed. It's a crazy thing that he's not embraced more. You know, remember Daniel Cormier used to be a guy that used to always get booed, but he's turned it around. Woodley, you know, he does play the victim a little bit sometimes, which is a hard thing for the paying public to get behind. But all that aside, you cannot get by the fact that Saturday night, he was incredible. Unbelievable. I mean, Darren Till, unfortunately, didn't even land a single shot, I don't think. I mean, I'm not sure. He didn't? Is that official?
I think that's official according to Fight Metric. Not one significant strike. And it's not a knock on Darren Till. Obviously, Darren Till's a monster.
No.
Okay. But, you know, and I do have to say, I did say this. I think that Tyron Woodley is a different type of athlete. And I think Tyron Woodley is a guy who, he seems to be motivated by doubt. He seems to be motivated by haters. He has like a chip on his shoulder. And I think, look, he might perform best when he is coming in and people are kind of questioning whether or not he can do it. He looked unfucking believable. Looked so good in every area of the fight. He ended up getting a second round Darce choke, but also was beating Darren Till standing up as well. It wasn't even like it was just like, oh my God, I'm going to take this guy down. He was just more explosive and faster and was just the better man that night.
Well, the thing was, and I don't know if this is definitely the case because I haven't spoken to Darren, but what it looked like to me as being a veteran who has had more fights in UFC than anyone in the world up until Saturday fucking night.
You never
Jim
said that.
Miller.
Miller.
Jim Miller had one extra.
We
never
never
got the most wins. He hasn't got the most wins.
Okay, that was what we were kind of keeping our eye on. Most fights ain't shit.
Yeah, but you know, it's still good.
I like Jim Miller.
Tied with Jim Miller.
I was born in New Jersey.
Okay, all right. Let's not make it about you, Lewis. So
you scumbag.
So the problem for Darren, this is what I think, and I think I'd say this to his face, I'd say it to his team. I think they know. Problem was Tyron Woodley is an outstanding wrestler, and he doesn't use it very often because Till went out there, and as we say, he didn't land anything significant. I don't even think he really threw anything. And the problem is when you're facing a really, really good wrestler, it's hard to open up, right? Because especially being English, we're not used to those caliber guys of wrestlers. You know, we're not used to facing world-class wrestlers. I'm not saying Tyron is world-class, but compared to an English guy, he might as well be an Olympic champion. You know what I'm saying? Now, the English weekend wrestle, my level of wrestling now is at a decent level, but I've done MMA for a long, long time, and only now is at a decent level. So when you go out there and you're fighting somebody that wants to take you down to the ground, you're very hesitant to let anything go because you're waiting for them to shoot. You want to defend the takedown and then start unloading with the hands. You saw it with me against GSP. I was very, other than the fact I nearly had a broken rib, but whatever, that aside, I was hesitant to throw as well because I knew his entire game plan was to take me down. And that's what affected Till. That's why he didn't throw anything. And that's why Tyron was able to get off on him. Now, Tyron exploded. People talk about his speed all the time, but Jesus Christ, it was on display Saturday night. When he did explode, it was terrifying. He tried to take him down. He got the body lock. A very tall person like Darren Till is hard to take down with the body lock because the legs are still on the ground, and Darren did a good job of defending. But ultimately, in the second round, he must have thought maybe his coach, he said, listen, Darren, you got to do more. And he rushed in to try and be aggressive. And, of course, when he ran in, got caught with that shot, got put down. And the ground and pound from Tyron, man, those elbows, they were fucking brutal, man. Yeah. They were heavy, heavy, heavy elbows. I mean, that really sent a message to everyone in the division. Darren Till did well. He didn't give up. He was still fighting for position, still trying to improve his position. Tyron Woodley mounted at one point, and I thought, shit, here we go. That's the end. And I think Darren, again, managed to squirm, reclaim half guard or something. As we all know, if you saw the fight, it was a Darce choke. You probably read online. It was a Darce choke that finished it. But this just shows, well, a number of things. A, how strong Tyron Woodley is, and B, possibly how rocked Darren Till was, because that Darce choke wasn't locked in, right? When you get the movements of a Darce choke, you have to sprawl your legs So your hips, so your penis is pretty much on the floor. You lower your weight and straighten your body out. Tyron was still kind of crunched up on his knees, right? But he just squeezed like a motherfucker.
Hold on. Tyron's penis was probably on the floor.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Come on, a guy like me or you, I don't know, but it's Tyron we're talking about. Continue. Sorry. Keep it serious.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, you're right. Shame. I used my weekend productively. I was out buying fucking shame bells.
You really did. Here's what's funny. Michael Bisping legitimately went to a store, saw a bell, and said, that's it. That's the one.
No. Do you know what the thing is? And
what?
Realistically, it's taking over the world. Fucking Amazon, man. I don't leave my house for anything these days. Amazon covers everything. Hold on. We'll get into that in a minute. It's an interesting discussion of debate or topic, whatever. Tyron Woodley taps him out, gets his black belt. Unreal. Commiserations, Darren Till. He's only 25 years old, 25, 26. He'll be back. You know, I mean, Tyron Woodley is a special athlete. I mean, you said it. He's kind of like the modern day GSP, which I agree with. Well-rounded, hard hitter, explosive, powerful, experienced, clever, tough fucking opponent, man, to beat. So no shame to Darren there. It was a big moment. Yeah, he didn't come off, but he's still young. He'll learn from this. I mean, I was 15-0. I lost, and you make changes, you come back better.
Is there a little part of you, and you're, you know, I don't know if you, maybe I should ask you this off air, because I don't know if you can even admit this, but is there a little part of you that's like, good, I'm still the only motherfucker from the UK to hold the title?
No, come on. I mean, listen, I always wanted to be the first ever champion from the UK, always. And I achieved that, you know, and will there be another one after me? Of course there will. You can't sit here and wish that everybody loses because I want to be the only champion, you know? No, I want mixed martial arts to prosper in the UK. It's still a growing sport there and more champions is needed. Dude, I'm opening 110 fucking UFC gyms. I need people to live and breathe UFC gym and they need to know about UFC. So therefore we need guys like Darren Till to win. No, it was a shame for Darren, and
that is a really good point, though. That's not like a lost point about, like, you know, you do have a vested interest in UK mixed martial arts growing and expanding. It's really true. It's like from a business perspective, you know, think about what you did when you won the Ultimate Fighter. I mean, I'm sure, I don't know what the landscape looked like before in the UK, but I'm sure it legitimately changed the amount of gyms that were out there, the amount of people that were training. I mean, when you retired, we got a lot of letters to the show specifically talking about what, you know, you did for them in terms of inspiration. But yeah, there's something about that. And I think that's also why the UFC, it's not that they wanted Tyron to lose. It's that they really want to go into those markets and they know how valuable it is to have guys that are champions from these different parts of the world and what it does for the visibility on the sport in those parts of the world. Yeah,
absolutely. They need someone. I mean, Darren's done a great job of picking up where I left off, if you will. You know, and having another champion from the UK would have been awesome. You know, as I said, he's still only young. It'll probably happen again. But amazing job, Tyron Woodley. You know, I mean, he looked like he walked in there with the world of pressure on his back. You know, he wasn't smiling. He looked very tense. And I was kind of, you know, I know Tyron. He's a good guy. We kind of bust each other's balls a little bit, but he's a great guy. I messaged him this morning trying to get him on the podcast, and he never responded. So our relationship just took us, you know, as a turn south. Tyron, you got to respond to my messages, brother. Come on. But, yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame for Dan, but he'll be back.
Dude, what happened with Snoop Dogg, Harrington? You sent me. I didn't see actual Snoop Dogg's commentary.
Have you seen it?
Well, pull it up on the screen. Actually, I just saw what Darren Till tweeted back. I guess.
Well, listen. I mean, I'm a fan of the Snoop Deal Double G. I mean, I was a big fan. Yeah, who doesn't love a bit of Snoop Dogg? Do you know what I mean? What was it called? The Dog Pound. That's one of my favorite albums from 1993. I remember rapping that shit at high school. My mom, I used to play a lot of rap music at home. My mom used to call it devil music. Get that devil music off in my house now. She's Irish. Yeah. So a big fan of Snoop. And I remember meeting him backstage at UFC 114 when Rashad fought Rampage. I was the co-main event, and I walked backstage. He was there. We shared a little fist bump. I was like, oh, fuck, cool. Snoop Dogg. For shizzle. Manizzle.
Oh, this is
now.
Well, this is
Well, this is the video of Snoop Dogg doing his own commentary, if you will, of Tyron Woodley ground and
the
pound.
gorilla that ran up on King Kong, Tyron Woodley. Beat his ass. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Beat his motherfucking ass. Fuck Donald Trump, nigga. Beat his ass. For all the niggas out there, cuz. Whoop this motherfucker. Whoop his motherfucking ass. Beat his motherfucker, cuz.
Now, is this officially from the UFC stream that he does commentary for?
No. All right, kill this.
We got it.
Kill this. So there's a few things that need to be pointed out. Number one, Tyron Woodley is not fighting Donald Trump. I don't know if you know this. Number one, Tyron Woodley is not fighting Colby Covington there. So unfortunately, I think Snoop Dogg is a little confused. He
thought it was Colby.
Darren Till is Colby Covington.
Well,
hey,
or he got his wires crossed.
I'm sure to black guys, all those white guys look alike. You know what I mean?
It's true.
all those white guys look alike.
All you white guys, you guys got an extra bone in your leg or something that makes you guys excel in college I don't know. No, look, I think that he got his wires crossed. He probably heard some of the story and what doesn't really pay that much attention because he's fucking Snoop and doesn't have to. So he's a casual fan. And he just heard at one point that this guy that had a beef with, Tyron Woodley, took a picture with Trump, and he just didn't fucking know the story, right?
No,
he had no idea. So then he started getting all passionate about it and getting really into it, which is just kind of funny in general. I watched fights with, watching it with a casual fan, but like from the hood. My friend Yamanika came and watched the fights one time at a comedy club, and she's like a hilarious comedian, a big black woman, very loud, very fucking such a funny chick. But she gets into it on another level, just like fucking straight up like hood, like just screaming at the TV. So Snoop, he got caught off guard there. But Darren Till took issue with it and tweeted, "Shit happens. Well done, T. Woodley. You will see me very soon, or you will all see me very soon." And then at Snoop Dogg, "You're a fucking bitch. Fuck you." So
fair enough. If you see someone cheering your opponent on so vigorously like that, you do say fuck you. That's fair enough for Darren. I mean, I don't blame Snoop. I don't know if Snoop and Tyron are friends. They've probably met each other. I think they have actually up at Unbreakable Performance, a gym here in LA. Yeah, so what? No big deal. He's supporting one of his friends. Of course Darren's going to be a bit pissed off, but Tyron Woodley.
Well, Darren shouldn't have even taken offense to it because it was obviously he didn't fucking know who he was even.
So do we think we're going to see Covington and Woodley? Because Woodley's not keen on that fight. I think they should definitely do it. Of course, I think Covington, as much as a fucking idiot he is, and he is an idiot of epic proportions, he's an absolute douchebag. But you can't deny that the guy was the interim champion. Who did he beat for? He beat Dos Anjos, in a legit fight for the interim belt. So therefore, that's the next logical matchup. And I think, given the whole, there's kind of a political side to it now with him being a Trump supporter and guys like Snoop Dogg coming out and cheering fuck Trump and all the rest of it. I don't know. It'd be an interesting lead up to that fight. All right, let's take a quick moment to hear from Performer Sleep. This is a bed that I sleep on. They sent me one recently, I got to say. Outstanding. Very much do enjoy this mattress. Of course, we're going to say that. But this thing is so convenient. It arrives in a box. You pull it out of the box. Boom. There you go. An amazing bed with copper cool technology. I don't know if you know much about that. But Lewis, tell the people what copper cool technology does.
So basically, it's a combination of gel particles and microscopic copper particles infused throughout the entire foam. It creates a cooler night. Copper, if they use it for healing a lot, you'll see this at if you go to a drugstore, there's copper braces and things, and it draws heat out of the body and keeps you nice and cool, which apparently helps for things like muscle recovery. Great if you got a bad back. Great if you're an athlete. If you got bad knees like Michael Bisping, who's complained a million times on the show, your entire bed has copper infused throughout it. It's a natural heat conductor. The copper particles in the foam transfer heat away from the body, and they give you more of a comfortable, cooler night's sleep. Imagine being able to turn your pillow over and over again all throughout the night, just happening over and over again. So,
and everybody wants the cool side of the pillow. Everybody wants that. If you don't want the cool side of the pillow, you're a weirdo.
Yeah,
My
turn
wife
it off
definitely
right now.
doesn't. But what you can do, if you want one of these amazing beds, and bearing in mind, the bed is, it's essential. You need a good mattress, and these are fantastic mattresses, as I say. I thoroughly recommend them. Performance Sleep are offering free shipping straight from the manufacturer to your front door. What does that do? It cuts out the middleman. So there's no retail markup, and it makes it a hassle-free experience. We also offer a 100-night in-home risk-free trial. This allows you to test out the mattress, see if you like it. If you don't like it, send it back. They don't care. We don't care. You know why? Because we know you're going to like it. So here's what you do. You go to performasleep.com, performasleep.com, PERFORM, performasleep.com. Use the promo code BELIEVE. We're going to give you $150 off any size mattress. Promo code BELIEVE, performasleep.com, $150 off any mattress you want. Trust me, this bed is comfortable. It's awesome. It helps me sleep well. And the copper fuse technology really helps draw natural heat away from my body.
All right, let's get back into it.